because I think that my mind functions. I mean, Julie and I, we've made it very clear. We do therapy and we have counseling, and we have a great Christian counselor.
But at the end of the day, this is a job for them. And it is our job to make sure that our family is intact when all this is over.
We are all aware that Todd and Julie Chrisley, who were found guilty in June of bank fraud and tax evasion, received a combined sentence of 19 years in jail on November 21st. Both Todd and Julie will serve 16 months on probation following their release from prison after receiving sentences of 12 and 7 years in prison, respectively. Before they begin their prison term, every day is significant to them. Some famous people have something to say about these two and have even given them advice regarding their prison sentences. So, who has spoken out? What did they have to say? And what about the appeal that they've filed? Stay tuned to know everything. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Topish. We have some exciting stories that are full of lip-smacking delicacies, so make sure to subscribe to our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. With that being said, let's begin. According to a press release from the U.S. Attorney's Office, U.S. District Judge Eleanor Ross sentenced Todd Chrisley, 54, to 12 years in federal prison for bank and tax fraud offenses, and Julie Chrisley, 49, to 7 years. The court also ordered the husband and wife who were found guilty earlier this year to pay reparations to the amount, which will be decided later. They are given an extra 16 months of probation each. Before the sentencing, prosecutors predicted that Todd might receive up to 22 years in prison and Julie could receive up to 12 and a half years, according to the Associated Press. The Chrisleys were each found guilty in June of conspiring to commit bank fraud, conspiring to deceive the IRS, and tax evasion. Peter Tarantino, the couple's accountant, was charged with conspiring to cheat the IRS and knowingly filing false tax forms, according to the AP. Julie was also charged with wire fraud and obstructing the court system. On Monday, Tarantino received a 3-year sentence. U.S. Attorney Ryan K. Buchanan said in a statement that the defendants defrauded banks out of tens of millions of dollars over the course of a decade while dodging payments of their federal income taxes. The seriousness of their criminal scheme is reflected in the length of their sentences, which should serve as a deterrent to anyone who might be tempted to take advantage of the community banking system in our country for improper financial gain. Justice is blind to your fame, riches, and position when you lie, deceive, and steal, as this sentencing demonstrates, said Carrie Farley, a special agent in charge of the FBI's Atlantic office. The FBI is honored to collaborate with the IRS and the U.S. Attorney's Office to pursue and prosecute those who are motivated by greed to break the law. A second indictment was brought up against the Chrisleys earlier this year after their initial August 2019 indictment, which they vehemently rejected at the time. 3 weeks passed during their trial. The pair gained fame from their self-titled reality series, which concluded its 9th season on USA Network in August. It had previously been renewed for a 10th season, and a source with the knowledge of the matter told EW that the network has some season 10 episodes that were filmed before the trial and will run next year, but no official decision has yet been made about the show's future. Before beginning their prison sentences in mid-January, Lindsay Chrisley said that her stepmother Julie Chrisley and father Todd Chrisley were living every day like it was their last. Before reporting to prison, Todd and Julie were enjoying the moment, according to Lindsay, 33, who told people that they're doing as they were advised to do. She said, "My parents often say, and I think they've expressed on their podcast as well, that at this time it's basically living every day like it's your last, savoring the moment and spending time with their kids who are in Nashville." The Southern Tea podcast presenter Lindsay said that she's spending time with my parents via the phone because she does not live close to the Chrisley family's Nashville home. Lindsay, who resides in Georgia, said, "I don't have the luxury of being able to just pick up and travel to Nashville and remain there until January. But in addition to spending time with their kids, my parents are unquestionably committed to going to therapy and studying the Bible." Her family is still adapting to what is now our new normal, she continued. "I believe that right now we're just concentrating on family as a group. We won't stray too far from that," she spoke. "The family is the main subject. Holidays are in effect and they come close quickly. My priorities are my child, my niece, my siblings, my parents, and myself, and I'm confident that they would respond in the same way if asked the same questions." Todd has a younger brother named Kyle, 31, and a sister named Lindsay from a former marriage to Teresa Terry. Chase, Savannah, and Grayson all age between 25 and 26, and his current wife, Julie Chrisley, are their children. Chloe, Kyle's 10-year-old daughter, and Grayson were given into Savannah's custody after their punishment because they were also adoptive parents to them. Additionally, celebrities have remarks and recommendations regarding their issue. Teresa Giudice, in particular, offers some suggestions. Let's hear what she has to say. Skinny Italian, Fabulicious, and Fabulicious were among Teresa Giudice's 4 New York Times bestselling cookbooks. Fast and Fit, in addition to Fantastic Over the Grill, the 2016 memoir by Teresa Turning the Tables from Housewife to Inmate and Back Again, debuted at number 2 on the New York Times list. Teresa, an inspirational working mother who's the daughter of Italian immigrants, earned a degree in fashion marketing and management from Berkeley College. She spends most of her time with her 4 lovely daughters, Gia, Gabriella, Melania, and Adriana. She demonstrated her financial savvy in 2012 by helping Neff Hure raise $70,000 on the popular NBC program Celebrity Apprentice. Teresa decided to pursue her lifetime interest in leading a healthy lifestyle and becoming a certified yoga instructor. This has helped Teresa stay focused and centered, although her family has faced difficult times. Ever the optimist, Teresa maintains her outlook while supporting and raising her 4 daughters. Teresa demonstrates to her audience what it truly means to be a survivor of her second biography, Standing Strong, October 3, 2017, with her unmatched candor and bravery. Teresa Giudice has experience in both reality television and prison, making her the ideal person to give Todd and Julie Chrisley advice on how to emerge from their ordeal with their lives changed for the better. When asked what kind of advice she may give the patriarch/matriarch duo of Chrisley Knows Best during a discussion with a photographer at LAX on Tuesday, the RHONJ star revealed that Teresa has a wealth of wise counsel that will help pass the time. The ideal course of action, according to TG, is to maintain relationships with one's immediate family. However, this will largely depend on the children visiting them, as her family did when she served more than a year in prison for fraud in the middle of 2010. Teresa asserted that there is still more to be done to bring about harmony in the stressful situation, despite the fact that Todd and Julie were expected to spend a lot longer in prison than that, Todd for 12 years and Julie for 7. She also suggests keeping your mind engaged and remaining occupied, whether through work or physical activity. She adds that finding a satisfying meal might not be too difficult, but it might require them to get their hands dirty. The Chrisleys can in fact do a lot of things while they're in jail to make life easier, but the largest one is to plan the sequel. Teresa claims that, at least. The tax fraud convictions of Todd and Julie Chrisley have also been appealed. Todd said on their Chrisley Confessions podcast, "We are unable to discuss the case because the appeal was recently filed, or whatever they do it, I believe it was the day before yesterday. Our lawyers informed the courts that they had intended to appeal this, so don't assume we're trying to keep something from you because we can't talk about it. We just don't have the right to. We've been informed we can't, that's the issue." The 53-year-old celebrity, though, thanked his followers for their encouragement throughout his and Julie's legal dispute. "We're grateful for the daily papers," he remarked. "We receive a ton of mail, gifts, and other forms of charity, which is a godsend. People also frequently offer tremendous prayers for us and offer to help us in any way they can. If it's in your heart and your will to do," Todd also urged followers to keep praying for the family. "If you're praying for my health, then I pray that God will answer your prayer," he continued. "If you're praying for our blessings, I'm reiterating your request and pleading with God to pay attention to the collective prayers for us." After they received their sentences last month, the two were optimistic about their future since they intended to file an appeal, according to their attorney Alex Little. At the time, the attorney stated, "The Chrisley family had a rough day yesterday. However, Todd and Julie are devout Christians and their faith gives them courage as they defend their beliefs in court. Serious and persistent mistakes were made during their trial, including the government misleading the jury regarding the couple's tax obligations. We have hope for the future based on these problems." That ends today's video. Please leave a comment below to let us know what you think will happen next with the Chrisleys. Like and share this video to stay up to date on their progress, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Topish keeps you up to date on all the latest Hollywood celebrity news, drama, and gossip. Subscribe to our channel and check back for new videos and updates, and we'll see ya in the next video.